Hello, I'm the Impetuous Chef, CJ Miller. Welcome. And I'm in my apartment in downtown Shreveport, Louisiana, across the Red River from beautiful Bossier City, Louisiana. And now I've already sliced off a bit of my brisket, and that's what we're doing here. I'm going to run you through how I did the brisket. Um, Now, this was a lean cut. Now, you could buy the large brisket, that big, huge, big hulking brisket, and you'll need to trim away. And it's cheaper to buy it by the pound that way. Like maybe as cheap as $1.25 per pound. But most of that is going to be fat, and you're going to need to trim most of that away. You do equally well finding a nice lean cut of brisket where most of the fat has been trimmed. Either way, the edible portion you're going to get, about the same amount. So, you know, look for them. I buy beef brisket when they're on sale, and I do really well doing it that way. So, um, this is a braised brisket on the stove top. And what I did was this brisket had a little seasoning packet with it that I used. Great, that's fine. I put it in there, but I put uh, the brisket in here, and I put it, fat side down at first, and I used a little bit of Worcestershire sauce, a little bit of kitchen bouquet, uh, that seasoning pack that came with this particular brisket, but it was a raw brisket. It's just something that came with it or whatever. And really nothing else other than some Trinity. That's chopped onion, celery, and bell pepper. Um, and then, of course, I put all that in, and then I used about a quarter of a cup of cornstarch, diluted in water, diluted it, and then poured it in and kind of stirred it around. And that's to help get it a little texture and a little thickness to the au jus. That's French for the sauce. It means with sauce or whatever. Okay, and then I have some Louisiana rice. I'm just calling it Louisiana rice because I'm in Louisiana. I don't know where the rice came from, but I do know that I cooked it Louisiana style, which is, if you're going to use, say, just any measurement, it doesn't matter. I use one of these. Um, about 2.5 measurements of water to 1 measurement of rice, and in a skillet, and it cooks perfectly fine. Bring it up to boiling, and then reduce it to a really low simmer, and then cover it. So bring it up to boiling. Actually, bring it up to boiling. Give it one quick little stir, not a vicious, not a hard stir, just 1 or 2 passes with the wooden spoon, just to ensure that there's nothing really sticking on the bottom. To get all the rice floating around in the water. Great. Then cover that boil, and then bring the boiling down to a very low simmer, and finish it off. Takes about 15 to 20 minutes to do rice that way. So you bring it up to boil. Takes about 5 minutes for that, and then about 15 minutes for the simmer. But you'll really cook it until your rice is tender and the water is absorbed. And to that, if you want to add other herbs and things, you can. I did not, because there's so many herbs in the sauce. Let's go taste it. Oh, by the way, everything that I told you that I put in here, I'll go ahead and tell you the rest of this. I put all this stuff in, including the brisket, brought this up to boil, covered it, and let it go to a low simmer. And then just in that heat, let it simmer in that heat. I brought it up to the temperature, that boil, because I just wanted to make sure, just to really get um, a good caramelization. Uh, as soon as it started to bubble and pop and everything like that, I reduced the heat. The heat's going to stay inside, but I reduced it to that low simmer, and I let it go on that low simmer for 4 hours for a brisket about this size. So let's go check out the food now that I've told you everything that I've done. So look at it. It's beautiful, right? So this is just one of these things that you do when you've got some time at home. You could put it in a slow cooker and go off to work and everything. I don't like to do that. I don't like to leave, even if there's a crock pot or slow cooker or something that you can like leave and come back with something. I don't like to do that. I like to. Hang on one second. There we go. My bar stool was up at a little wobbly height. I got, some of those bar stools that you turn the seat and they'll raise or they'll lower. And if they get a little too high up, they get a little wobbly. Like, hey. So anyway, I wanted it at a comfortable height. So anyway, yeah, this looks delicious. I want to really, it's really tender to cut into. Yeah, you can just push into it. That's how you can tell that your brisket's done, when it's just really easy to cut. So when it just kind of like breaks away like that. So cool. Let me get some on my fork and I'll taste it. Let's see if I can just there's just one little breakaway. It's easy to do this, and I'll just put some of the sauce over the rice. Mm-hmm. This is a really good brisket. Some people call it corned beef. I think that's the seasoning. The seasoning that they gave me is basically to give this a corned beef flavor. But brisket and corned beef are the same thing. They're the same cut. And this is especially delicious. So I'm going to enjoy my meal. I've got my Coke Zero. Yay. So the kitchen bouquet, by the way, that I used is just a browning sauce, but you can use it as a browning sauce, but you can use it as an additive to things like the stovetop roast and burgers and beef. You can use it on anything, really. Just be aware that it will make your sauce really dark, if that's what you want. And you want that with an au jus like this. But the reason why I used it was because of the aromatic flavors, all the reduced vegetable juices and everything like that really give you a powerhouse flavor. It's wonderful. Okay, love and light. Bon appetit.